Good day, everyone. It is January the 13th in the year 2025, and I'm having the pleasure today to chat with author and medium Eva Bielby, who is a recent addition to a small gang of authors team. And we're happy to have you. How are you doing today, Eva?
I'm absolutely fine, thank you, Lorraine.
Oh, well, it's wonderful to be chatting with you. And I understand you way over in the UK, and it's evening there, so we appreciate your coming on so late to chat with us. Would start by giving us a brief background, kind of a brief on your background, if you would, please, Eva.
No problem, thank you, Lorraine. I was born in the county of North Yorkshire in the UK. I had a very happy home life with loving parents and 3 doting older brothers. Needless to say, being the only girl, I was spoiled rotten by Dad and by my brothers, and I consider myself truly blessed.
Oh, that's amazing. You are really blessed. That's a blessing. Also, if you wouldn't mind, tell us about one event from your medium work.
Okay, this is a difficult one, as there have been so many events throughout my mediumship. However, the following one always comes to mind, and I often smile when I remember it. I had a sitter one day who I shall refer to as Mrs. H. We got started and her father quickly came through when the session started. And after giving Mrs. H several pieces of other evidence, small items, he appeared before my eyes. He was holding a piglet.
Oh, my.
I told Mrs. H what he was showing me. Her eyes filled with tears and her mouth gaped to form the perfect O. She said, "Oh, my God, I'd completely forgotten about that." She went on to explain that her parents had a small farm for a while and they had several animals. Once their sow had piglets, there was one which had kept escaping from the pigsty, and to their amusement, he was frequently found in the house sleeping in the cosy warmth of the boiler cupboard, and he had to be returned to his mother and siblings.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my.
Anyway, after the session had ended, Mrs. H left, and she was a very happy lady.
Oh, I'm sure she was. You know, it's kind of almost closure for these people, isn't it?
It is indeed. Yeah,
it is,
definitely.
It's definitely well, what a gift you have. I see also that you have a trilogy out that is adult fiction. The first book, The Hurt, sounds most interesting, and the trials and tribulations that your main character, Helen Pawson, goes through. Can you touch, on a brief description of the book and the rest of the trilogy?
Yes, certainly. In The Hurt, we read about Helen's privileged background and how fate seems to be hitting her with not just one blow, but several heartbreaking blows. As things unfold, we see Helen making one great mistake after another as she attempts to find some peace and happiness, as well as struggling with mental health issues. In the second book, The Healing, it details Helen's attempts to fight back as she slowly recovers from more than her fair share of grief. She deals with her issues and manages to get her life back on track, but only to a point. Through her business dealings, she encounters 2 or 3 characters who don't exactly help matters for Helen. So she's up against that as well.
I see.
When we come to the final part of the trilogy, The Scars, Helen is trusting a new love interest, perhaps against her better judgment. Somehow she starts to doubt him and feels he is about to break her heart. Hurting again, Helen carries on with her day-to-day life, unaware that she is also in grave danger. As if she hasn't suffered enough, a person from her past is intent on destroying her.
Oh, this sounds absolutely amazing. I've got to tell you, I looked up the book, and I'm just finishing a book tonight, and I am going to download your book number 1 and start reading it. I'm excited about it. It sounds amazing. Just amazing, Eva.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to it. Now, your main character, because I know a lot of us authors, we draw on someone that we know or have known. So, Helen, is Helen created after someone you know or may have known?
The main character, Helen, is partly based on myself. Mainly due to the accountancy connection.
Okay.
However, my life and Helen's are poles apart. Helen she's had a very privileged life, whereas coming from a family of 6, we weren't exactly what you would call rich. And there's not only that, but Helen is stunning, with looks and a figure that I could only ever dream of.
Well, that just makes it more exciting. I just can't wait to delve into the life of this Helen character. Oh, it sounds amazing. Do you pull, and I know this is another common thing among authors that we do. Do you pull any of your life experiences into your novels?
Yes, I do. Some of my life experiences have managed to find their way into my story. But I would like to point out that Helen's sexual encounters are not based on my own.
Okay.
At least that's my explanation, and I'm sticking to it.
And you stick to it. You are able to do that. You stand your ground. So let me ask you, what are your plans for any future work in regards to writing?
Well, I'm currently working on a novel which includes various aspects of the psychological / crime / suspense genres. And I have also started, if it works out, to write a comedy.
Oh, interesting.
We shall see, but somehow I'm doubting my ability to write comedy. So there is that. But we'll see.
Well,
And
go ahead, Eva.
Of course, I also have my mediumship journey, which I intend getting along with in the not too distant future, and that'll be entitled The Edge of Heaven.
And I am really looking forward to reading that book. You have me right there.
Good.
So how close are you to finishing this book, Eva?
What, the mediumship journey?
Yes, the mediumship journey. Yes. Is it close?
At the minute, it has been on the back burner for some time.
Okay.
And I've only done about 3 or 4 chapters to date.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
But hopefully, now I'm back in the writing cave, I'll manage to progress that book alongside the one I'm doing, the crime psychology suspense one.
Well, you're going to be very busy. We look forward to having these books. So where can people get a hold of your books?
Oh, that's an easy question, Lorraine. My books can be found both in e-back and paperback formats through the usual platforms: Amazon, D2D, Barnes & Noble, Apple and Kobo.
Oh, that's good. So a variety of venues. That's good to have them spread out that far.
Yes.
Well, I can tell you it's been wonderful chatting with you. And as I told you, I'm going to be downloading The Hurt probably right after this chat. And I'm excited to start reading it. But hopefully we can get you back and chat with you again. How does that sound, Eva?
I'd love that, Lorraine. I'd absolutely love that.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And who's ever out there listening, thank you for listening. And Eva, have a great day. And we'll chat again soon.
Thank you for this. Thank you for this chat, Lorraine. It's been wonderful.
It's been wonderful. Talk again. Bye, Eva. Bye now.
Bye-bye, Lorraine.
Bye-bye.